Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the First Impression Reviews. And we got sound effects back, as well as a large group of people, as opposed to just me and Joe doing a First Impression review between the two of us. But I have with me Joe Hova.
Hey, this is my second one today.
Word.
Second podcast, I should say.
Richard Bailey.
What's up, listeners, viewers?
With no camera.
With no camera this time, so yeah, we got some camera issues, but it's all good.
And your boy Blue.
What's up, guys? It's your boy.
God, that's gonna be corny forever, dog.
Until then.
Alright, so the last one that we did the Meek Mill First Impression Review. We were kind of 50-50 on that one. I didn't recommend it. Joe recommended it. Now we are going to talk about Lil Wayne's Cry for Help, a.k.a. Free Weezy, that dropped, of all the strangest places, exclusively on Tidal. First off, were any of y'all aware that this album was coming?
No.
Was this an album or a mixtape?
This is an album, sir.
Oh, feels like a mixtape.
Straight album. Rich?
Shitty mixtape.
Oh, of course, Rich didn't know anything was coming.
Nobody knew it was coming.
Word.
We could hear Wayne crying from, for months now, so probably was going to be something coming at some point.
Well, at least this was a surprise drop that was worth it, unlike Tyga dropping surprises that nobody even wanted. You know what I'm saying? So
there you go, yep.
Word. But let's go ahead and get into it, because apparently I might be 1 against 3 during this particular first impression. I don't know. Who wants to start it off? Blue? You want to go?
So with me, listen to it. Love the intro with Glory. It actually, I'm trying to figure out who sampled who. Was it? As soon as the intro kicked in, it reminded me of J. Cole's "Rise and Shine," which I'm trying to think.
Of course, it's gonna go back to
I'm
J.
just trying to think who he sampled. I'm trying to think who he sampled. That's the first thing that came to mind. Now, who sampled it better?
Yeah, how about you calm down?
Yeah, hey, I think he sampled it better. But anyway, so Glory was fine. Second track was fine. Third track, which was I Feel Good.
Oh, God.
Cool. Hey, Pharrell and Robin Thicke got sued for copying somebody. Can they get sued for that
Marvin
one?
Gaye.
Yeah. Is it possible for this to happen over here, although they sampled it?
You don't know if they didn't get clearance.
So, if they did, then hey.
Yeah, because this is a different situation. That is an actual sample of the song, as opposed to them stealing the melody and cadence of a song. So for him to have that sample on there, he likely had to get clearance for it. So
wasn't a good sample. I love the sample, didn't like what they did with it. So
I got you.
But besides that, I mean, just looking at what I had, I mean, there's maybe like 2 songs that I like. 2 songs and the first 2 that I like. So like 4 songs.
4 songs.
Besides that, it was painful. It was painful.
Did you listen to the Meek Mill album? You know what? Save that. We'll get there. Joe, go ahead.
Oh, hey, guys, look, a Corey Guns feature. Like,
Word.
I'm looking at, that's the thing, like, I'm looking at this feature, like, the features, like, I've heard of none of these people, like, except for Corey Guns, and then Wiz is on a song, and Jeezy's on a song, too. And, I mean, those are cool. You know, it's standard, whenever they get together, they do tracks, and they all kind of sound the same or whatever. It's more like, this album's, like, more like a roller coaster, because, like, the intro was good, and He's Dead's good. It's decent. But then he comes in and he samples "I Feel Good," and he makes it his own thing, and it's just like, you know how Stanley stares at people in the office when he's pissed off? Like, I stared at my computer like Stanley from The Office, like, pissed off when I heard this. And that's not the only one. Like, there were a couple of times when, like, I did this when I was listening. London Roads is cool. I like that. Psycho was kind of weird. I understood it because he was speaking from the mindset of somebody who's, like, legit crazy. But it was just kind of weird, like, when he was talking about, like, she goes into the shower and he's still, like, tasting her panties. I was just like...
Word. Okay, I can understand that.
Yeah, so it's just kind of it's just a roller coaster ride. I don't know if the good outweighs the bad to where, you know, if he trimmed so many songs, it would be like a legit good album.
Got you. How about you, Rich?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Sorry about that. Yes.
It's all good.
So, Mr. Lil Wayne. I have to agree with some of what has been said. You know, the intro track was all right. After that, not so much. You know, I tried to make it through this album. I tried to give Wayne his, you know, I had to hear his pleas for attention, trying to get himself back stable. And unfortunately, I could not finish that journey with him. Now, the feel good song. Listen, all right. I don't know what all the hate was for this song. I didn't think it was that bad.
I didn't either, man. This is me and you.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad. That probably is one of the one of the standouts on the album for me. And the other stuff is like, you know, just him talking about crazy stuff as always. That's how Wayne does. And you know, every song, you know, he's smoking because you know he got a puff before he started the track, before he started cutting the verses. You know, so I thought that was a little ridiculous, but still, a lot better than some other stuff that has dropped recently, which I'm pretty sure you'll mention later. But I'll get into that.
Word. Well, my first impressions off jump, listening to it, because literally my full playthrough happened right before we started this show. Glory was a fantastic intro. He's Dead was dope. I actually like He's Dead more because of the kind of change in sound on that one. I Feel Good, didn't have a problem with it. My Heart Races was pretty cool with Jack Troth, which I've never heard of him, but his feature was actually pretty good. London Roads, I don't even remember really. But That Nigga, though,
London on the track.
That Nigga was hot fucking garbage. That shit was absolutely
terrible. Yeah, that was one of those instant skips.
That's another one where I stared at my computer like Stanley from The Office.
No, like, look, I have a friend here, Mr. Calvin. He was listening as well. And that we were just chilling up until it got to that song and just ears perked up. Like, my dog was out, too, and he was confused. Like, it was so bad. The hook was bad. Hoodie Baby, terrible.
If Stone perks his ears up, you know it's bad.
It's time to skip. I had to skip that. That was the first one that I had to skip. Psycho, I felt was really good. Or Psycho. I just looked at the track list. It says Psycho, not Psycho.
Psycho.
Okay. All right, I got errors over here. But that song was cool. Murder, even though, you know, Corey Guns.
Corey Guns was washed up at this point.
Yeah, it still wasn't that bad a song. Thinking About You was the same for me. Without You and Thinking About You going back to back, yeah, you could have put your sequencing on your album was a little bad on that one. Yeah. Post Bell Ballin', not memorable. Most songs like that I'm not too much a fan of. And then I hit the next skippable track that was also shitty, Pull Up, featuring Euro, who I've never heard of. That one, it was like nails on the chalkboard how bad that one was. And I actually felt like the album closed out pretty good. How did y'all feel about the end of the album? Like the Wiz Khalifa Jeezy joint, and then Pick Up Your Heart at the end. Joe?
They were cool. I mean, you know, they were all right. You know, like I said, the Wiz one is standard, you know, and the Jeezy one, I mean, you're not getting anything different. You're just getting, you know, it's kind of an added bonus, I guess you would say.
Yeah. It's like, it's called White Girl, so like, how could you not have Jeezy on it? Basically?
Yeah, you gotta have Jeezy or Gucci or one of those other trap dudes on it.
Luis?
Real quick before we get back into that, was it me?
Is it gonna be another J. Cole thing? Don't say
no. With Euro, he sounded like a young Juvenile to me, like just like a real young Juvenile. Like just listening to him like.
I can't agree or disagree because the song was so bad I had to skip it.
Yeah. But beside that, I mean, for Wiz with that Wiz feature and that Jeezy feature, I mean, they didn't really save it. I mean, for me, like the beat selection was off towards the end with those two, based on what I saw feature wise. At the last two tracks, Pick Up Your Heart and Street Chains, I started listening to some of the lyrics. I'm like, no, I'm done. done at this point.
Actually, I felt like the production was the best part of this project. With Wayne lyrically, the only thing that'll take me out of a Wayne verse is a struggle bar, which I heard a lot fewer of those than we're accustomed to these days as far as Wayne goes. It was one though. Y'all saw the group me message where I said I can't believe this man closed out his album talking about Skittles are for winners.
So sprinkles,
yeah, sprinkles are for freaking winners. Like he was high as shit, but I don't know. I don't. It's crazy that y'all's opinion on it is so different from mine, especially after me and you, Joe. We just listened to Meek Mill, and it was kind of close. I feel like this shits on Meek Mill's album.
See, I feel the opposite. I feel like Meek's album shits on this one. Like it's just, I feel like Meek's album was more complete, and this was just kind of scattered. It's just like a collection of songs.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's a collection of songs, but I felt like that about both projects though, and. Production-wise, I feel like this was a lot better. The production on here, especially the first 3 songs, is kind of what I expected from the Meek project. I expected to be pulled in pretty early, which we've had that discussion about him not wanting to be just the intro guy and everything, but I just wasn't drawn in, and the intro on here was really good. It was fairly strong production-wise throughout, other than those 2 songs that were horrendous, but I enjoyed it. Rich, now that you're back, what do you have to say about like the closing parts of the project, at least?
Okay, it works. This is what I have to say. Meek Mill.
I love you, Rich.
I see. Joe mentioned something about Meek Mill because that's what I came in. That's when I came in on. So let me just say right now. We know that Joe enjoyed that album because he said that he enjoyed it while he was working out. He said that's the workout. That is the workout anthem music right there. So that's good. That's good.
Right.
But listen, son, not a good. Listen, I wasn't impressed with that album. This album here with Wayne, I think it was a little bit better than the Meek album, but still, no. Listen, he likes to have fun. That's fine to have fun. The problem with listening to the fun or turn up, whatever you want to call it, when you listen to something like Kendrick, which is influential and conscious, it's very hard for you to go ahead and listen to other stuff and be like, oh yeah, this is just as good or better than what Kendrick did.
It's a different mindset, though. It's a very, very different thing. You can't really compare them.
That's true. That's true. You are absolutely correct. I mean, again, it's a very playful album. Again, I did like the feel good track. I like the intro. Some of the other stuff I didn't like. I'm not a Jeezy fan, so that just completely said, all right, nah, I don't want to hear that.
Right.
But overall, I guess it was okay. I just want to know, when is the real album dropping? Not this little free Weezy shit. Where's his real music dropping?
See, man, I got a feeling the album isn't even going to be as good as this. But I'm on the flip side, and I think it was a lot better. So,
actually,
what are you about to say?
I was gonna say the actual album might actually sound better than this, because for me, with the Weezy, comparing Weezy albums, the way I get through with Weezy is that the production covers up the subpar bars that he drops. That's what helps power me through from one album to the next. I just didn't like the production on this one, and I feel like his mix. It feels like this was the mixtape. It was more of his B product as opposed to his actual, stuff he's saving for the album. That's how I feel.
Wait,
So
are you about to ask us if we're gonna recommend it or not?
Yeah.
Can I take this one?
Go right ahead.
Okay. All right. Would you throw your drink on Lil Wayne or not for hearing this album?
Do I have to go first?
It's open.
Okay, well, mine is no, because I enjoyed the album. Luis?
Yes.
Rich?
Yes, and then I would take that same bottle and smash it up against his head.
Damn!
Yo, the perfect way to describe it is exactly what Birdman did. I'm throwing my drink and staring like Sting from the rafters.
And on that note, we're gonna shut this whole thing down. Any final words from everybody, Rich?
Yeah. Listen, if you're a Lil Wayne fan, then chances are you will like anything that the artist drops. So you definitely could check it out. Me personally, I'm expecting a little bit better. After I heard him drop the verse he did on Tyler's album, I'm expecting a lot more better stuff from him in the future. So we'll see if we get that.
Blue?
If you listen to the album, the main ones to pay attention to, Glory, He's Dead, Murder was pretty good. Kappa's flow I actually preferred over Corey Guns' flow. But, if you listen to the album...
like you're surprised.
No, I preferred Kappa's flow over Corey Guns'. I was just pointing that out. But, if you have a bad taste of this album, just go listen to Carter 1, Carter 2, Call It a Day. Don't listen to this one.
I prefer the flow of a mudslide over Corey Guns. Jehovah?
Dirty Sprite 2 Friday.
Okay. Are we going to be up at midnight doing the first impression for that?
Sure, why not?
All right, I'm with it. As always, thank y'all for checking out the show. Hit us with the comments, feedback. Let us know if you listen to the project. If not, give it a listen. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you agree with me or with the rest of these guys.
Start your drink on them.
Hit the eye annotation at the top right if you'd like to donate to thekoalition.com for all the incredible things that we continue to do. They will always be free. This is always just an option. But thank you for your support, and we will see you next time.